Hello, Keith here. We're here for the fourth game of this series between the 72 Oakland A's and the 1965 Los Angeles Dodgers. The 1965 Los Angeles Dodgers lead this series 2-1. Pitching in this game will be Sandy Koufax, who pitched a one-hitter in the first game. And the pitcher for Oakland will be Catfish Hunter. So let's take a look at the defense for the Dodgers. So for the Dodgers, we have Gilliam at first, Davis in center, Fairley in right, Wills at short, Lefebvre at second, Trzaskowski at third, Parker at first, and Roseboro will be the catcher. The lineup for the Oakland A's will be Bert Campaneris at shortstop. He's 2 for 10 in the series, 2 for 4 stolen bases, 1 hit by pitch, 2 base on balls. Joe Rudi in left, Matty Alou in right, Reggie Jackson in center, Sal Bando at third, Angel Manguel in right, Dave Duncan catcher, Ted Kubiak will play his first game. He'll be at second base, and Catfish Hunter. So with that being said, we're going to get started here. All right, so Koufax is going to be pitching to Campaneris. 46 on Campaneris' card. It's a high grounder. Okay. Let's see if that does anything. High grounder becomes K, so that's a strikeout. So Sandy Koufax starts the game out by striking out Bert Campaneris. Next up will be Joe Rudi. And here's the windup and the pitch to Rudi. 69 for Joe Rudi. That will be a fly ball. And that will be hit to left field. We now have 2 outs. Matty Alou, the third hitter. Oh, wait, we got a 1 to see. So we got to see if we have an error check there. And we don't. We just would have been a range check. All right, Matty Alou's going to be up. Koufax pitching to Alou. 93 will be a hit for Matty Alou. He'll hit that into center field. 28 will be a single into center field for Matty Alou. Then he's going to try and get his jump. Needs a 15 or lower, and he doesn't do it. So Matty Alou is going to be at first base. And Reggie Jackson's going to be at bat. So I'm going to grab the weather, the park card right here. And let's check, see what the weather is. Okay, so there we go. There's Dodger Stadium. And this is going to be the first night game we're playing. We're playing a night game. And 07 minus 5 is 2. 2. So it says rain minus 5. So you got rain out, rain minus 5. 2 plus reroll of 1 through 30. Okay. So what rain minus 5 says, the game is played in the rain, but not bad enough to delay or postpone the game. So it is going to be played in drizzle. All players have 5 deducted from their run, stolen base jump, and stolen base numbers. All right, so there is no win. So what this means, rain minus 5, is it's being played in a light drizzle. So rain minus 5, 2 run ratings, jump ratings, and stolen base ratings. All right, so we figured that out. Excellent. All right. All right. So now Sandy Koufax will face Reggie Jackson. So Jackson in this series is 0 for 9. 90, so this is going to be Reggie Jackson's first hit. And 22 will be a single for Reggie Jackson. Now, Matty Alou, we want to see if he's going to third. So his running ring is 53 Because of the rain, it's going to become 48, but because it's 2 outs, it's going to be 15, 48, 58, 63. Then we got to affect the fielders. Then we go to the chart over here. So we're at right now. All right. So Reggie Jackson's on first. Alou's on second. Sal Bando is up. And here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 93. 93 will be another hit into left field for Sal Bando. Whoa. Hit into left field for Sal Bando. We got 48. So 48 is a ground out, and that will be hit to the, let's see, Sal Bando. So that's going to be hit to the third baseman, 5-3. So that's the third out. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Reggie Jackson got his first hit of this series. And Catfish Hunter is pitching to John Roseboro. Okay. A little bit light. Okay. So Hunter's pitching to Roseboro. The windup in the pitch, 0-4. So 0-4 would be a walk. So that will be, let's look at the card. So he's minus walks. So his lowest walks become ground balls. So that will be a walk for Murray Wills. Murray Wills walks. Okay, so Wills is at first base. We're going to have Roseboro there. Murray Wills will be at first base. And Jim Gilliam is going to be up. So naturally, Wills is going to try to steal second base. I'm not even going to do a roll because it's automatic. Well, it is -5 now. Remember, the rolls are -5. So he does get his jump. So Duncan's a 0. So to steal first, Wills to steal second base has to be 70 or under. And it is 6. So that's Wills' first stolen base of the series. So Murray Wills is at second base. That's actually his first attempted steal, too. And Jim Gilliam will be up with Murray Wills at second. And the roll is 37. 37 is a high ground. High ground becomes case. Catfish Hunter strikes out. Bob Gilliam, Jim Gilliam. All right, Willie Davis is going to be up. Wind up and the pitch. 39. 39 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. However, we got to see if there's an error check. There is an error check on the shortstop. So Campaneris is an error 2. And nope. So it's no error. So it's 6-3. Wills will go to third base. So it's 2 outs. Murray Wills is at third base. Catfish Hunter is pitching to Ron Fairley. The windup in the pitch. 69. 69 is a high fly, but Catfish Hunter isn't plus a hit, so it's going to be a fly ball into right field for the third out. So no score. We go to the top of the second inning in this key game, the third game of this, actually the fourth game of the series. So Sandy Koufax is going to pitch to Angel Manguel. Angel Manguel is 0 for 8 in this series. 36. 36 for Angel Manguel. And it's a low ground ball. Okay. So that is going to be a ground out to the third baseman, 5-3. 1 out. Miguelis 0 for 9. He's not having a good series. Ted Kubiak, this is his first time at bat in this series. All right. 61 for Kubiak. That is a short fly ball. Hit into center field. We will have an error check. The center fielder is Willie Davis. And no error. Fly out to center field. So that will be 2 away. Dave Duncan will be up. Koufax pitches to Duncan. 0-1. That's a walk. That's a low walk. And that will be a ground out. We have a right-handed hitter. So that will be a ground out 4-3. Third out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning here, and there's still no score. Catfish Hunter will face the first hitter, Lou Johnson. Nope. The first hitter will be Ron Fairley, will be John Roseborough. And Lou Johnson is actually not playing in this game. So John Roseborough is going to be up. And here's the pitch. 18 will be a ground out to the first baseman. 1 out. Next up will be Jim LaFave. No, next up will be Jim LaFave. Yes. All right, there we go. Jim LaFave is up. The windup and the pitch. 79 for LaFave. However, Catfish Hunter takes away hits. Now we got 2. 87. 87 is going to be, we have to check on the X chart. Let's check on. It was, yeah. To be honest, I forgot what the play was. I'm going to re-roll it. All right, we got 59. 59 is going to be a line drive. The line drive is going to be hit to the shortstop. We're going to have to see if Bert Campaneris gets an error. And he does. So that's the first error of this series, believe it or not. So let's take a look. And lowest ground ball becomes walks, but that's not the case. So that's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. So it's going to be 3-1. And the runner will go to second base. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the out's going to be 3 to the pitcher covering. All right. So the throw is going to be to the second baseman. So it's going to be 3-4. So the throw's 3-4. Wes Parker has to try to beat the throw. So the first baseman's throwing arm is a +5. The second baseman's a -5, so it's a straight up. But the run goes down by 5 because it's the range. So 62 or under, and he does not beat it. So we have a 3-4-1, a 3-4-1 double play, and that's the end of the inning. So we're going to go to the top of the third inning here, and there's no score. And Sandy Koufax is going to pitch to Bert Campaneris. 54 is going to be a pop out to the shortstop. Actually, Hunter is going to be up. Let me get Hunter's card here. Where is Catfish Hunter's card? All right, we need Catfish Hunter's card, hitting card. Very unusual day here, I should say. We're waiting on Catfish Hunter's hitting card here. White of blue, Holtzman, Odom. Knowles. Mitchell. Looking for Hunter's hitting card here. Okay, Drysdale, Purdon, Padres, Brewer, Reed, Miller, and Peranowski. Okay, he's not in that pile. Where did his hitting card go? Where did Catfish Hunter's hitting card go? That's what I'm looking for right now. Okay, there he is. We found it. I apologize. This has been a very, very interesting game. All right. So Catfish Hunter's going to be up. And I did say he grounded out, correct? I believe. I did say he grounded out. So I forgot. Let's roll it. So 11, that's going to be a strikeout for Catfish Hunter. So Koufax strikes out Hunter. And we have Bert Campaneris up. Bert Campaneris up. There's only one out. Oh my goodness. All right, 62. 62 is going to be a line drive hit to the third baseman. We have to see if there's an error check. Line drive hit to the third baseman. 48, and he is out. Joe Rudy's going to be up. All right, so Koufax is going to pitch to Joe Rudy. 72, that's a hit, but it's a low hit. So that will take away the hit. And I'm just going to call that a ground out. So it's going to be 6-3. And that's the third out. So the A's don't get any runs. So a surprisingly drizzly day here in Los Angeles. They were thinking of calling this, but they didn't. So Hunter is pitching to Tracewski. So we get Dick Tracewski up here. All right, there we go. Hunter's pitching to Jim Tracewski. And 17 for Tracewski is going to be a strikeout. So it'll be one away. So now Hunter's going to pitch to Koufax himself. The windup and the pitch. 76. 76 is a fly out to center field for one out. 2 outs. Next up, we have Maury Wills. The windup in the pitch, 46. 46 is going to be a ground out. For Maury Wills, it's going to be 3-1. First baseman to the pitcher. All right. Moving right along here, we have no score and actually a really good game here. Koufax is pitching to Alou in the top of the 4th inning. Matty Alou is 2 for 10 in this game. Series, actually. 58. 58 is going to be a fly ball to the right fielder. 1 out. So next up is going to be Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson actually got his first hit of this series last inning when he singled. Sandy Koufax pitches to Jackson with 1 out. 92, and Jackson has another hit. Jackson has another hit. 85 is a long drive by Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson's a lefty. We're going to roll. And it's going to be plus 12 because Koufax gives up a lot of bombs. So it's going to be plus 12. Yep, plus 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Left-handed batter, and that is a fly out. Reggie Jackson cannot hit the ball out of the park. Instead, he flies to right field. And 2 away. It's just Dodger Stadium is not friendly. It's not home run friendly. So Reggie Jackson had a chance, gave the ball a ride, but nothing came of it. Sandy Koufax is pitching to Sal Bando now. 99 will be a probable hit. Let's see if we get a range check. What do we get? We got 67. So we got a hit and an error check. A hit on Sal Bando. Sal Bando hits the ball to center field, and we have an error check. Sal Bando hits a single into center field. We're going to have to see if the center fielder gets an error. Willie Davis is 0-3. And that will be the first error of this series. This series. This is a very good series. Koufax is pitching to Manguel. Manguel is 0-9. And he still hasn't gotten a hit. 55. He's going to line it to the shortstop, L6. And that's the 3rd out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Manguel is now 0-10. He has not gotten his first hit. But Reggie Jackson got his first hit. And he gave it a long ride, but he just couldn't hit the ball out of the park. Okay, so Jim Gilliam's going to be up top of the 4th inning. Still no score. 72. 72 is going to be a fly out to the center fielder. 1 out. Okay. So Hunter's pitching a good game now. Hunter only allowed 1 hit so far. So Willie Davis is going to be up. 26. 26 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. 1 out. No, 2 outs. And Ron Fairley is going to be up. And here's the windup. And the pitch to Ron. Hunter pitches to Ron Fairley. 30. That's a low ground ball. Becomes a walk. Is Hunter a walk pitcher? Nope. So that's going to be a ground out. And Fairley's a lefty. That's going to be out 6-3 for the 3rd out. So we're going to go to the top of the 5th. And we have pitcher's duel here in the rain. Catfish Hunter versus Sandy Koufax. And it's already been a very interesting game. So Koufax will face Kubiak. Actually, Koufax will face Dave Duncan. Get these in order. There you go. Koufax is facing Dave Duncan. 49. 49 is going to be a ground out to the 3rd baseman, 5-3. We got 1 out. Now Kubiak's going to be up. Koufax pitches to Kubiak. 29. That is a low ground ball. Low ground ball become walks, but Sandy Koufax doesn't walk. So that ball will be hit by Kubiak. to the third baseman. Could be out 5-3. We got to see if we have an X play. We do have an X play. Series here. All right. So Hunter. So Koufax is pitching to Hunter. 86. 86 will be a hit for Catfish Hunter into center field. So that'll be a hit for Catfish Hunter into center field. And let's take a look what we got up here. Is there a platoon situation here? And we take a look, and there is no platoon advantage. So that will Catfish Hunter will get a hit into center field. 54. So Catfish Hunter singles into center field. And now we have Bert Campaneris up with 2 outs. Sandy Koufax allowed a hit. And here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 22. And 22 is a grounded into double play possibility, but just wait 1 minute. We're gonna another little delay because of the rain here. All right, it's another little delay. Okay, so 22. It's just a book. Okay, so 22 is going to be a ground out to the second baseman. 0-8 and is 4-3, and that's the third out. So we're going to go at the bottom of the 5th inning here in a very interesting game. Koufax is facing Hunter. Bottom of the 5th, no score. The Oakland A's are trying to tie this series up. 0-1. 0-1. That would be a walk. However, Catfish Hunter takes away walks. So it will be a ground out to the second baseman. Okay. Yep. So 4-3. Yep. Ground out to the second baseman. So that was Roseboro. Now Jim LaFave's going to be up with 1 out. 45. 45 is going to be a ground out hit to, so it's going to be 3-1, but I'm going to take a roll. Is there a platoon situation? No, there is not a platoon situation here. Actually, there is one right, so I got to roll. If this is a 1 or a 2, it's going to be a hit. And it will be a hit, I believe, for Jim LaFave. I just want to check the rule and make sure, because there's a 1R there. So I have to check the platoon rule. Okay, for sure. I'll check the side advantage. For sure, there's a need to only check it with the side advantage. Platoon advantage, platoon advantage, pitcher from the left side of the right side. Platoon number, the result is changed. So that says platoon 1 against righty. So I'm going to assume that's at least 1 advantage against the righty. So that means that's going to be a hit. So that's a platoon hit. And the original play was a ground out. So that's going to be a single. So Jim LaFave gets a hit and he gets a single. So we have a run on first with only 1 out and Wes Parker up. 81. 81 will not be a hit. Catfish Hunter will steal that hit away. from Wes Parker, and it will become what? Let's see. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So I'm just looking up the rule for pitcher-batter interaction. All right. Last two on the batter's fly become hits when the hit number is negative. Okay, here we are. The lowest numbers on the batter's hit become a fly ball. So that's an ordinary fly ball, and that's hit because he'd be batting lefty. That's going to be hit into right field. So it's a fly ball to the right fielder. So now we want to see if Jim LaFave is going to go to second base, and he's not because it's 38 becomes 33 because of the rain. So we still have, we're on first base. And here's the pitch. 71 is a fly out for the third out into left field, F7. So the Dodgers don't get a run. And the score is still 0-0. Koufax and Hunter are engaging in a pitching duel here. So we'll have Joe Rudy, Matty Alou, and Reggie Jackson are going to be up for the Oakland Athletics in the 6th inning. 34 is going to be a strikeout because Sandy Koufax has ridiculous strikeout numbers. And that's one out. Matty Alou is going to be up. The windup and the pitch. 75. Is that a hit? That's not a hit. That is a fly out. Because again, Sandy Koufax. That would be a hit, but Sandy Koufax took away the hit. All right, Reggie Jackson's up. Reggie Jackson, Philly was stolen. Just the rainy weather in the park. That would have been a home run, but he didn't get it. So here we go. 93. Reggie Jackson again hits the ball deep into right field. Let's see what happens this time. Reggie Jackson 10. Reggie Jackson single. That is a low hit. Let's go make sure. Okay. So that's the single. So Reggie Jackson is now 2 for 3 in this game. He might have had a home run if he was in a home run park in the last, but. So runner on first, 2 outs. Sandy Koufax is pitching to Sal Bando. And the roll is a 10. It's a high walk. And that will be a walk. So Sal Bando will take a walk to first base. Reggie Jackson will go to second base. And Angel Manguel is going to try to get his first hit of the series. He is now 0 for 10. And the windup and the pitch. 75, and he still doesn't get a hit. Angel Manguel flied into center field. He's 0 for 11 in this series, unfortunately. All right, well, we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning here in what is a very interesting game. Catfish Hunter will pitch to Sandy Koufax. And 10 will be a low K. Is Hunter minus K? No, he's not. Strike 3. 1 out. Murray Wills. Murray Wills is 0 for 0. Murray Wills is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. 62. 62 is a fly ball. into center field for the out. Fly 8. Next up will be Jim Gilliam. Catfish Hunter is pitching to Jim Gilliam. 2 outs. 81 -4. That will barely be a hit, but that will be a hit for Jim Gilliam into center field. And 76 will be a double. We have a double for Jim Gilliam. So Jim Gilliam is going to be on second base. 2 outs. Willie Davis is going to be up, then Ron Fairley. Catfish Hunter will pitch to Willie Davis. Here's the windup. And the pitch. No score here so far. 84. That could be a hit for Davis into right field. Is there a platoon situation? No, there's not. So that's a hit by Davis into right field. What kind of hit is it? And 52. 52 will be a single by Davis into right field. The right fielder is Angel Manguel, which will add 5, but you subtract 5 because of the weather. So we got 67, add 15, 77, 82. If the Dodgers can keep this lead, they will have a 3-1 advantage in this series against the Oakland A's. But Catfish Hunter is going to try to prevent that. So 1 out, runner on first. 43. 43 is a high ground ball. And that will be a ground out. 2. That will be a ground out, 4-3. And Ron Fairley has a chance to beat out the throw. So the second baseman will be -5, -10. So Ron Fairley, -10, -15, 43, 33, 27 or lower to beat out the double play, and he doesn't do it. 4-6. To 3, double play. Well, the Dodgers get 1 run. And Sandy Koufax is pitching. We're going to the top of the 7th inning here in a very drizzly day in Los Angeles. Top of the 7th inning at Dodger Stadium. The Los Angeles Dodgers lead the Oakland A's 1-0. And Koufax pitches to Duncan. 96 will be a hit for Duncan, possibly. We got to see what we get for this. Possible range check for Duncan. So it's going to be a hit into left field, but now we got to do a range check. The range check is Jim Gilliam. He's a range 2. 1 or 2? No. Okay. So it's a hit into left field for Dave Duncan. And that will be a single into left for Dave Duncan. So the Oakland A's have the leadoff hitter on. And Ted Kubiak will be up. Ted Kubiak doesn't have a lot of power. We're going with a hit run. 58. 58 is a line out, which will be a double play because of the hit and run. So that Ted Kubiak will hit that ball directly to the third baseman, L5, and the third baseman will throw it to Jim Trzaskowski will throw it to Wes Parker for the double play. And that's it. Shouldn't have done a hit and run. All right, Koufax is pitching to Hunter. 14's a high K. And that will be out. Strike three. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning here. The Dodgers have a 1-run lead. This is feeling a lot like the first game of the series. In the first game of the series, I believe this is the point where the Dodgers broke it open. So Hunter's going to pitch to John Roseborough. Bottom of the 7th inning. The windup in the pitch. 69. And that's going to be a fly out into center field. 1 away. Next up, Jim LaFave. Jim LaFave is 2 for 2 in this game. 79. He will not be 3 for 3 because he took away. So that will be a fly out for Jim LaFave into right field. Yep, into right field. So that will be 2 outs. So Hunter, Catfish Hunter will pitch to Wes Parker. 29 will be a ground out by Wes Parker. It'll be 6-3. So we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning here. The Oakland A's are down 1-0. They desperately need a run. If the Oakland A's lose this game, the Los Angeles Dodgers will take a 3-1 lead in this series. Campaneris leads off. 48 will be a ground ball by Campaneris, and he's going to be out 5-3. It's going to be so Campaneris for the series is 2 for 16. Joe Rudy's going to be out. Joe Rudy's 0 for 3 in this series. He is actually 0 for 3 today. He's 3 for 12 in the series. 55 will be a fly ball into left field. And that will be it. 2 outs. So, Sandy Koufax is rolling. He's nowhere near being tired. 64, Matty Alou will fly out into center field. And that is the 3rd out. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning here. And Trzaskowski is up. So the Oakland A's are going to bring in Raleigh Fingers, because the Oakland A's cannot afford to allow even 1 run at this point. Fingers hasn't played a lot, so Raleigh Fingers. Hunter was pitching well, though. I think we'll say that. 26 is a high K. And that will be a strikeout. Sandy Koufax is definitely going to hit. He's going for his 2nd complete game of the series. He's looking to go 2-0. Pitch 87, however, 85 and 86, so that will be a hit for Sandy Koufax. Now, if Hunter had been in, that would have been an out. But Koufax gets a hit in center field. 68, Koufax singles. Amazing. So Koufax is at first base. We have 1 out. Murray Wills is going to be up. 83, Murray Wills hits that ball into right field. And we have an extra play. So fingers will face Gilliam. 86 is a probable hit for Gilliam into center field. And we have a possible error check too. So first, the center fielder is Reggie Jackson. No error. What type of hit for Gilliam? 85 will be a double. So that will give the Dodgers a 2-0 lead. Murray Wills, that ball was hit by Gilliam. Let's see now. So the ball was hit by Gilliam into, now it's 3. So it's hit into right field. The right field is +5. But it'll be -5 because of the weather. So up to 86. And Will scores. That was a bad move. Catfish Hunter would have prevented a hit. But I just was trying to prevent this from happening, but it did. Willie Davis, infield in. 49. 49 will be a pop-up for Willie Davis to the third baseman. And next up will be Ron Fairley. Raleigh fingers will pitch to Fairley. 32. 32 is a low ground ball. And Raleigh fingers is not a walker. So that's going to be a probable out. So it's going to be a ground ball hit to the first baseman. And he is out. So that's going to be 3-1. So once again, top of the 9th inning. Sandy Koufax has not allowed a run this series. He's dominated this series. If he's 3 outs away from giving the Los Angeles Dodgers a 3-1 lead in the series. Reggie Jackson's up. Reggie Jackson is 2 for 3, but he almost got a home run. 26. 26 is a strikeout. Next up will be Sal Bando. And here's the windup and the pitch to Bando. So how many strikeouts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sal Bando, 68. 68 will be a fly ball into center field. 2 outs. And Angel Manguel is up. Angel Manguel is still looking for his first hit of this series. He's 0 for 11. And we roll a 30. 30 is a ground out. 30 for Angel Manguel will be grounded to the first baseman. All we have to, and is there a platoon advantage? There is a platoon advantage for Angel Manguel. Nope. So 3-1. Sandy Koufax has his second shutout of this series, as the Dodgers take a 3-1 lead in this series. Koufax only allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hits, all of them single. And we have the first error of the series. We have just 1 error so far, a well-played game defensively. And that was by the Dodgers center fielder, Willie Davis. But the Dodgers win 3-0. So Catfish Hunter allowed 1, 2, 3, 4. Catfish Hunter allowed 4 hits. Raleigh Fingers came in and allowed 3 hits. And he couldn't hold the lead. Well, we're going to be going to Game 5 in LA, and the last 2 games will be in Oakland. The Oakland A's have to win 3 games in a row. Tomorrow, or for the next game, tomorrow, the starting pitcher will be Ken Holtzman for the Dodgers, and Ken Holtzman for the A's, Don Drysdale for the Dodgers. And that's it for today, folks. In a wild one, the final game here, the final score here is Dodgers 3 and Oakland A's nothing. Thank you for watching.